Brother James Baldwin, who I consider to be one of the most prolific black men in America and the world to ever walk planet Earth. That's my opinion, and I'm going to stand 10 toes down on that. But anyway, along with that, he was an author, an activist, and just a great mind in general, a great debater and all that. One of my favorite books by him is The Fire Next Time. If you haven't read it, you should read it because it's very profound. But anyway, he has a lot of quotes, but one of them we often hear, and it basically says, "To be black and conscious in America is to be in a constant state of rage." So that basically means there's always something, right? And it's always something against us as Black Americans, whether it's policies, it's institutions, it's systems, it's people, you name it, right? Your neighbor, the store. It's always something to remind Black Americans that we don't like you very much, right? You can't even go barbecue in the park because a white woman gonna say, your grills it's not smokeless, 911, right? So it's always something. So yeah, we're always enraged. I 100% agree with that quote. Now I want to take it a little bit further. We also, as Black Americans, have to be very conscious of the things we can control that enrages us. Especially in this day and age of the internet, there's always something on social media. We're always, Now for me, okay, I'm not going to say that I've never been enraged over silly stuff. I have. But then I have to learn, I got to protect my peace, right? My dad always says we are always in a fight for our sanity. And he said this before social media became a thing, right? So now that we have social media, we're always in a constant fight for our sanity because somebody is going to post something. A lot of times there's no truth to it. It may not even be real, okay? But somebody's going to post it, and they're doing that to be incendiary. They call that rage bait. Now, from what I understand, they just put that term in the dictionary somewhere. Rage bait is now a term because everywhere you go on social media, there's something there to put you enraged, because when you're enraged, you don't what? You don't think. You're emotional. Oh my God, I can't believe it. But then if you just take a couple of seconds, because I've had to learn to do that. I swear, I've had to learn to do that. If you take a couple of seconds and say, okay, that makes me really angry, but let me just go a step further and see if I can learn if I really should be mad about this, or is there a little bit more to it that I can understand, and that way I can get my emotions in check. Because a lot of times people just don't do that. They just go right with the post and oh my God, and then they share it and they, and then a lot of times you find out, well, there was more to the story. And I'm not saying I've never been guilty of that. I have, right? But again, I have to learn to wait, right? Those of y'all go to church, the Bible says, do not be anxious for anything. And so that just came to my mind, because when we see certain things, we have to be logical and say, let me just, even if it takes me 2 minutes just to see if there's something else behind it, let me not get enraged. But people make a lot of money, okay, keeping others enraged, keeping you upset and just pissed off and everything. And for me, I'm like, I don't want to spend my time most of my day, which is why I don't scroll a lot on the internet like I used to. I don't want to spend most of my time having my amygdala hijacked. That's a term, right? It's a portion of your brain that holds your emotions. And so what rage bait does, it hijacks your emotions and it gets you enraged, But think about what rage does to your body. It wreaks havoc on every part of your body. Think about the last time you were enraged. How did that feel? Your head probably was pounding, your eyes were bulging like mine, and then your heart probably was, right? It was a dust up in there, and your nerves were just, it takes a lot to be enraged, okay? Now imagine being enraged every other post, because that's where it is now, right? Every other post. How much life is that taking from you to be enraged? A lot. It's taking years off. As I tell people all the time, I remember when Facebook first came a thing, and I was kind of like one of the last people of my circle to get on. I was like, nah, I don't think so, but I got on. Been on since 2009. But then it was, hey, we're just posting our friends and our families and pictures and cute little videos and things, but it's not that anymore. You rarely see the cute videos and the family pictures. You see the rage, because that's what, unfortunately, a lot of people get paid to do, is post things to get rage and engagement. So I'm just saying all of that while Brother James Baldwin made a great point, and he's 100% right. Just to be black in America is already enraging. But if we do not control the things that enrage us, the things we can control, then how long are you really going to be here on earth when you could have really just said, nope, not today, or let me go a step further, right? So anyway, y'all let me know what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.